How food has cultured me. My name is Matthew Gunderson. I am an 18-year-old son of two, brother of one, student, sing in the shower, hike alone, party with friends, weekend warrior, who spends too much time outdoors. I like dressing well, meeting new people, and talking too much. But if I were to ultimately identify myself as a single category, I would be a thinker. My identities are who I am. They are the things that I love doing and the things that I am good at, and I believe this carries on to other people as well. It's what you find someone doing at any given moment that characterizes them as who they are as a human being. As a thinker, I structure my life in a way that allows me to find new understandings, and I do this by leaving doors open, as many as possible. Also, I am highly liberal, and I tend to remain that way, and try to be as open-minded as possible. Consequently, I am also a listener. Due to this, I spend a lot of time listening to others' opinions, and one of my favorite places to do this is around the dinner table. Now, before I get too much more into food, I would just like to talk about my culture for a minute. I don't believe that I have a single stereotyped category of culture, and at first it is hard to kind of think about it. I don't have any racial traditions, nor do I have any religious affiliations that could impose different beliefs and traditions and so forth onto me. One thing that does influence me greatly, that I believe is the best way to categorize my culture, is college. College has a large impact on people's lives and forces them to live almost in a certain way. And this, in combination with pop culture and a couple other little cultural aspects of my life that I enjoy, such as I like sophisticated things and nice things, these are the things that govern the way that people spend their time in its culture. And not only how and where they spend their time, but the people they spend it with. And a combination of things is what brings about the cuisines that people are eating. An example would be my father loves hunting, and I go with him 2 to 3 times a year hunting with him. And on a successful trip, when we get back, we spend the remaining or the next few days preparing meals and storing the meat that we got. And it kind of brings together an eating habit every time we go out hunting. And when you get into preparing the food and how we do that, it brings you to my diet plans. Hunting is actually one of the only times I'm with my family that I get to cook anymore. I used to have a kitchen as I lived at home, but now I do not anymore. And this has caused me to get a large variety in my diet. I eat the majority of my food in the PHC building by their cooking service. And when I'm in there, I make selections that are usually high in protein and carbohydrates as well as low in sodium, as I am trying to achieve an athletic build and remain healthy. I find that when I do eat, I prefer it to be with other people, and I like to enjoy it. When I did cook at home, however, I ate lots of fish. I prepared red meats, potatoes, a variety of vegetables, and more of a traditional American-based dinner. But I would approach from different angles, coming outside of the box, and cook Chinese and Mexican and Indian dishes every once in a while. And as well, I would also eat out in all of these categories. The reason I eat the way I do is because I enjoy the flavors, and I also enjoy the benefits of the selections that I make, as I am trying to remain as fit as possible. A custom that I also have noticed when I eat that is a more of a daily tradition is that I eat slowly to enjoy my food. And I also enjoy having it with other people, as making conversation helps lighten up the environment around me. I try to limit my intake of sodium and also of coffee naturally. This isn't imposed on me or things from my parents. These are things that I've come up with on my own. Um, the reason for this is that I have a strong opinion that appearance is extremely important. It helps you leave lasting first impressions on people, as well as your first encounter with them, of course. And the way that I try to maintain a strong appearance is by being healthy, hydrated, and maintaining a good smile. Weekly, I go to my grandparents for Sunday dinner. It's a sort of family tradition that we've done ever since I was a baby. And additionally, we do this on holidays, and we invite friends and extended family over and kind of have a large meal collectively, as I'm sure most people do. And even here, when I do this, I still try to refrain from eating sodium and coffee and other things that could impose barriers on my goals. So by eating high energy protein foods with low sodium, I am able to feel good all throughout the day. And as a student and a thinker, this is really important as I need to remain focused and motivated throughout the week.